Alright, what's up family, fellow model car builders? I had a video I wanted to shoot here of quite a few things to show and maybe a few tips to share. The one tip that sparked me deciding to do this video is what I'm trying to accomplish here. At the interior to this Cutlass, and I've always hated normal routine for painting one of these is just spray paint it, and it gives you a real smooth, plasticky looking, still looks like a toy finish. So what I'm attempting on this one is lightly brushing, and I'm using my Model Masters from my custom transformer painting acrylic, which you definitely have to clean and scuff up, at least clean this plastic before using that. It doesn't want to bond at first, but when it does, it's good. So what I'm doing is lightly brushing this on. It looked horrible at first, and brush streaks everywhere. And the reason for that is what I'm trying to get is the grain. This is real materials that I use on my upholstery. And of course I would know that material has grain on it. That's what I'm trying to get here. The dash has come out pretty good so far. It's got a little texture on it. So I've been brushing that every which way you can think. Left, right, up and down. It's taking a lot of coats though. A lot of very light coats. So it's not real thick. So there. And what I'm doing also, I've got some little pieces of sandpaper. This is about 1200 grit, real fine. I had a couple, you can see the little white spot there that's knocked off. I had a little bump, a couple little lumps of grain that were too high, I didn't like. So I'm knocking it down very finely and putting another light coat on it. You can see I've sanded it right there in these two spots. You can see the sand marks. So I still have to go over that with another coat of paint very lightly and hopefully get the grain like I have on this dash. And the seats are almost done. I've got a couple high spots I want to knock down on the headrest. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get there. Then I'll go back on the edges of the black and sharpen it up where I've got paint on the edges going back and forth. It's kind of a choice halfway through. Alright, take this. I have some more parts to show you. I've got the suspension and stuff done on the Cutlass. I finished the motor and installed that. I went ahead and broke down. I was going to make the distributor wires from scratch. I broke down and ordered one. It's supposed to be red. When I put something red next to it, it's orange. So I'm going to have to paint those wires. It's all good though. And I do have the boots on the end of them. Got all this out because I got the Nissan Titan, most of the parts back in it yesterday. Today's Friday. I was wore out. I actually took a nap today. I haven't taken a nap in years. So, yeah, I got some energy now. I'm gonna do a little something for myself. Alright, I had this kit a while back and I actually built it. This Corvette. And I tore it apart for parts. I used the interior to the Monte Carlo. And I had some wheels left over. It came with smaller wheels on the front and larger wheels on the back. So there's those. So it left me with a pair of each. Went ahead and broke down and bought another one just for the wheels. Probably use a few more parts and may even reassemble this one with some completely different wheels. So we'll see. And this is an old one from when I was a kid. I may fix it back up. Has a really nice pearl white paint job on it. House of Color. Some good paint. Could probably even be wet sanded and buffed, but it's almost like glass. I haven't cleaned it. So there's the other set of wheels for the Impala. The back ones are just sitting there. I have to fix the suspension. And I'm probably going to set it right about there, so it leaves me with dropping the front just a little bit more. I got a few projects going here. What I wanted to show on these, I'll be using these on a model kit I have not purchased yet, but I have something in mind. Any of you guys been following me, you know I did a video a while back where I showed my cars on a video game, Midnight Club. So one of those cars on there is my idea. I'm going to set it up high. But these little Monster 24s fit right inside there. Of course that looks funny. But so my idea is to cut this in half, long ways, where it's nothing but a rim right in front of the face of that rim. Cut it in half, and then set a set of these wheels way down deep where it has a nice lip on it. So that'll accomplish a few things. Give me a bigger set of wheels, maybe around 28s, almost 30s. And it may even look like a three-piece set of wheels. There's an idea for that. Now the Cadillac. I think that's how she's gonna sit. It's already been written. Why I say that, check this out. Look at these wheels very carefully. Now come over here with me. That's pretty darn close. They're one spoke off. These have 9, those have 10. And a little indentation. It's not there. But hey, it's pretty darn close. So, I think I'm going to have to pass this on to this customer because he's also a real good friend. There's a project for that one. My vision for the Cadillac. And I hate that this is a 2-door and the real one out there is a 4-door. I looked at this and it looks like I could possibly add a post here and fill in this line and create a line back here, create a line here, and turn it into a 4-door. And I may need to check and make sure they don't make a model kit of a 4-door already. So if somebody knows that, let me know in the comments. Appreciate it. I've got another guy that reached out. I'm sorry, brother, I don't know your name. I don't think I forgot it. I don't think it was ever mentioned. But he contacted me about some Impala seats, and then it looks like you were getting into model cars and wanted some speakers. So I had a few things sitting out. I was going to clean these up, send them to you. And a little old school amp just for the hell of it. Some little parts. This is a scrap. I'm going to get you a bigger piece. But this is a scrap of Lexan plastic. I was asking what I used on some of my windows before. This is B for side windows. You can heat this up and mold it. I don't know how complicated it would be to make replacement windows for front and back on models. But there's an idea. And this is a good one to have stocked up on. I'll send you some scraps of these too. This is styrene, or just plastic. It's real easy to work with. You just take a knife, an X-Acto knife, and score through it, and do a light line, very light line, and then just snap it in half, right on the line, give you a perfect edge. And I like using super glue to glue those pieces together. You can feel the edges, sand on it, and all that good stuff. So I need to get some square and tube and different shaped styrene. So I'm going to stock up on that next time I put an order in for some parts. Another good thing to have is bare metal foil, if you can work with it. I hate working with that stuff. I was a kid at a model car show. I remember one guy's car. I could never figure out what he did. He had the most beautiful bare metal foil or something that I've ever seen. He had the smoothest, glassiest paint job I've seen on a model too. So it made me wonder if he did bare metal foil before he did the clear coat, because that's what it looked like. It had no line in it, but it was pure chrome looking and very smooth, and no little wrinkles all in it. Anybody has any experience with putting clear coat over bare metal foil, let me know about that in the comments too. I've always wondered about that for years. And big homie Stan, shout out brother again. He gave me some parts for doing a hydraulic setup. Very cool. I haven't fooled with those since I was a teenager, back when the first ones came out with just the wire axles and pull with fishing string and a motor. I've never fooled with these servos. I've been looking into them though. They look really neat. So I'm going to have to do a lowrider here soon. I'll go back to it and find a good model for a lowrider build. I think I want to skip the Impalas. I think this Impala here I used to have set up on, because it's cut out, and yeah, it's still got the bars from the original, the bent bars from the original hydraulic setup. I must have broke it and kept having problems, I can't remember. And it's stripped out and gutted, just a normal model now. He gave me the lowrider magazines too. He gave me a bunch of little goodies. So I'm gonna pass that on to the guy I was just speaking about and send him some goodies too. That's nice. We help each other out like that and motivate each other. That's kind of what this video is for too. So I can kick some motivation out there.